Hey everyone, welcome to Wild Woodland Lavender Farm. I'm Carrie and I'm here to do our weekly update for the Single Seed Challenge 2021. So I'll just do this real quick, then I want to take you to my greenhouse to show you a couple things happening there. And that'll be it for today. It's a busy weekend ahead for us. We've got our second boy who is finished with 8th grade, so we're having a little graduation ceremony type thing with him, and some of our family and friends are coming to that, so we've got to prepare for all of that. Plus I've been working on the grades and the GPA, the transcripts and all that for my oldest son. He's going to be a senior next year. We're contemplating what to do with him for school. We've been homeschooling. We're considering putting him in our local Adventist Academy for senior year. We're also considering doing some college credits and keep him home instead and take some college credits, as well as finishing up his senior year here at home. So lots of stuff, lots of decisions going on. We also need his transcripts for car insurance because he just got his license, so we're excited to have another driver who can go off by himself and not need us to drive him around. Anyway, let's go through the Single Seed Challenge plants we have here and then over to the greenhouse. All right, here is my pepper. This is my chili pepper. It's actually started growing. So we have a lot of new leaves on here. Looks like maybe there's a bug that's getting to that leaf right there. But it's good to finally see some actual growth on this plant. The last couple weeks it's been pretty small, like down to there. It's almost doubled in height, I would say. So getting some good growth there. This right here is Henry's pea plant, and we're about to harvest the 5th pea pod off of here. So that's the harvest number from his plant. This is Gideon's broccoli, and it is just growing by the bounds here. Still no heads developing. You can see we have spinach growing up. Spinach or chard? Not sure which. I guess it's chard. Growing up underneath it here, but it hasn't stopped this growth at all. I don't see any heads forming yet, but it's getting big. Our weather has cooled down a little bit, so hopefully this won't bolt. We had a day a couple weeks ago, beginning of June, actually a week and a half ago, where we got over 100, and we don't usually reach 100 in June. So glad to have the weather cooled down again so that my plants like this will not bolt. Down here, hidden in some more probably chard plants down here, is our watermelon. And if you can see, just barely, is a set of leaves coming up right there. So hopefully this will start taking off soon. And then last week I had shown you the top got broken off, but I left it alone, and sure enough, we're getting some more leaves growing here. So this has survived, and we'll see how well that grows now. Just wanted to show off, we've got these onions in here. I'm not the one that planted these, but I do suspect that these are the Egyptian walking onions, or a similar. Egyptian walking onions are the only ones I know of that do this, but there could be another one. But the instead of forming flowers and seeds up here, it just starts growing new onion plants, and then as it gets top heavy, they'll fall to the ground and start all new onions. So I've got a whole bunch in through here amidst all of our limb debris from cutting down one of our black locust trees here. We'll get that cleaned up one of these days so I can get some more stuff planted in there. Alrighty, we're here at the greenhouse, but first I want to talk about I think these were my thimbleberry plants, and all the stems, all the leaves, all the growth that we had, they've died off, and the stems have had no root growth on them. So these leaves that came out just used up the energy that was in the sticks. There's no roots on them at all. So I'm really disappointed about that. I was going to leave them in the pots a little bit longer, but they're really dried out, and I don't think they're going to grow, unfortunately. So we'll have to try again. These marigolds right here, I got on clearance for 89 cents a pony pack, so I was pleased to get those and get them planted in my garden as a pollinator attractor and bug deterrents for others. All right, let's head into the greenhouse. So my pineapple sage, I need to get it planted outside. Tomatoes, starting to grow better. These types of leaves, they did this the first time I grew them too. Purple Russian tomatoes, they've just got weird leaves on them. Anyway, all these lavender that I planted from seed, nothing. You can see they're the blue capsule, the blue coverings, whatever they are, they're still there. I do have one plant coming up right there, and I don't even know if it's lavender. It's not focusing on it for you. One little plant so far, might not even be lavender. It kind of looks like it is, but mostly I've just got these little covered seeds and no other lavender plants. I think maybe I had one or two more of these in another place, but in the watering of them, they probably got unrooted. They weren't very secure in the soil, so very disappointed with these covered lavender seeds. They are just taking too long. These lavender over here, well, I've got two that I'm pretty sure are lavender. I am not sure about that one or these. And then there's a couple more of those that look like they're probably going to be like this. I don't know what this is, but they don't look like lavender leaves to me. These are lavender. And these are called the Lady Anne lavender. Look at this. One of my poppy seeds is all ready to bloom. It's like 9 inches tall. Here's my rhubarb. All my rhubarb seeds. Some of them have not grown much. I'm not sure what's going on here. Some of them are starting to get additional leaves. I think I need to transplant these. They're not doing much beyond just the first set of leaves for the most part, so I need to do something with those. But one of the other things I wanted to show you is these are the lavender lady that I got from Moonshine Designs Nursery. And I just wanted to show you one of them is blooming, and it's a very nice light lavender color. I love that color. Normally I like to go for the dark blue, which I think the head coat will be a dark blue purple. You can see how nicely these are growing now that they've been transplanted. They're not just the little plug-sized plants anymore, so those are growing nicely. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. I hadn't seen the flower colors for these. I just picked them because of the name, Lavender Lady, and that they were going to be a nice culinary lavender. But I love the delicate lavender color of those. I've gotten these all transplanted too. I lost quite a few before I got them transplanted. You can see over here, quite a few of them dried out. Some of them they dried out as soon as I got them, like shortly afterwards, so they just didn't survive the trip here, I don't think. Anyway, I'm still waiting on my Western Soapberry to root. I'm thinking they might actually be rooting. I've seen evidence. Hopefully. So they're still not showing evidence up above, but I pulled this one out and it still seems to have some life in it. So I'm still hopeful that it's not showing growth, but it looks like they might actually have growth. And this is my olive tree. It's growing nicely. Got a lovely set of leaves on there. And then over here, my mulberry tree has good growth. And then those are my Russian pomegranate, and they're getting some good new growth on there as well. I've got more asparagus growing. I've gotten quite a few of my tomatoes and peppers planted out in the garden, but you can see I still have more. My tomatoes desperately need to get out. I got some creeping thyme, a couple pots, and these are going to be a ground cover in the food forest. So I've been looking for more things like this, but they're kind of hard to come across for food forest purposes. You know, they have a lot of other ground cover, but mostly like flowers or things like that. But I want something that's more like a perennial food of some sort. Like this is thyme, so it's, you know, it's an herb that we can use if we need to or want to. So that about does it for my update for the single seed challenge. And I need to get going because I have a lot to do for this weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll subscribe and can get notifications. The spider hanging down. And we'll keep you updated on what's happening up around our farm here. We'll see you next time. Bye.